everybody, and welcome to London Euston, where today we're going to be taking this Class 350-1 up to Milton Keynes Central, calling at Watford Junction, Leighton Buzzard, Bletchley, and Milton Keynes Central itself. If you want to know what our number is, it's 1 Yankee 1-1. This service would go up to Birmingham New Street, however, obviously, within the confines of this route of the game, we can only go as far as Milton Keynes. I accidentally forgot to select a created London North Western Railway livery. However, this will do the job. That is absolutely fine. We're going to close the doors fairly soon. For the time being, though, we're going to set the DRA off. Driver ID, let's go with 53323 54 quadruple 3, and let's go with 7890999. And there we go. And also, one thing I like to do is make sure that the interior lights are still on, even though it may be on already. I like to just have it on. However, I'm going to close the doors in a couple seconds. Close them now. DRA just goes off. That is not going to work, but we are good to go as we have another 350 just arriving into Euston. As we are just about to depart, if I turn off the DRA, that would be good. Got 710 there, overground service. I assume that's probably not long coming before that we started the service, so that would have come all the way from Watford Junction. Obviously, it takes us around about 15-ish minutes to get to Watford Junction, whereas that takes about 50. That's due to obviously stop-starting constantly and not going at a line speed of 90 to 105 mile an hour. Majority of the time, they're stuck at 45 most of the time, and obviously 25, 30, 35, 15. It's 15 mile an hour when you get into Watford Junction from High Street. Just before that, it's 35. And then just before that, 40, and then 30, 40, majority of the way, and then down to 30. Down to 40 just after Wembley, so just before, or just after, however you want to class it. But no, I can't believe I haven't done a video actually driving 350 yet. I've really only done conductor mode on it, which is really surprising, since we're going down line C. So the one which kind of dips down, and then you cross over into line X. So you need to slow down to 25 mile an hour around about here. What's that, line E? That's zone line E. I always think this is line X. This is like the actual line that we're going up is X, but mustn't be. Mustn't be. Turn on the cab lights as we go through quite a few tunnels on this service. Obviously, this one being the first of many. They did really do a good job with the 350, haven't they? Obviously, we're a 4-car? Or are we an 8-car service? I think we're an 8-car service. Check on the map. Yeah, we're an 8-car service. Usually, doing like the full stop up to Milton Keynes at least is just a 4-car service, so it's nice to have a 8-car for a change. So our left is Camden Sidings, which is where, if you want to, it's one of the places that you can actually take a 350 out and into service. I do quite love that you've got quite a few sidings. Obviously, you got Bletchley, and then you got Wembley Intercity as well as Stonebridge. Is it Stonebridge Park or Junction? One of the two. I think it's Park. I'm thinking of Stourbridge Junction there. Don't know where Stourbridge came into. It's Stonebridge. But no, I do love the running in and out Euston. It's really nice. Like, some people say it's really messy, which I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, it's a kind of nice kind of place to come into. Like, one of the nicer stations to come into. In all fairness, it's, even though it's busy, it's definitely the busiest one in my opinion, apart from probably St Pancras, because that's international. I'd definitely say it's one of the busier stations in London. But no, don't get me wrong, they've done a really good job with the route. There was some lighting issues at the start, which, don't get me wrong, can be a bit annoying, but if you like the core features and the core route itself, like, I've been wanting West Coast Main Line for forever. This section anyway, because obviously you had Spirit of Steam, which was the Liverpool Lime Street to Crewe section of the West Coast Main Line, but that's with steam trains and not with modern locomotives. So yeah, just look at it. It's beautiful. I forgot to have the LNWR logo branding pack that not pack repaint that I had. What am I calling it? Repaints is an obviously thing, but yeah, livery for it. But it still looks good, doesn't it? It's not far off an LNWR livery, in all fairness. It's quite similar. Like, the fact that the green's there, and you just need like the lime green, and then which like the W and the branding itself. No, it's not far off. It's more like a, let's say, Dash 2, which are the ones being replaced by 730s. I'd say with this livery, just obviously they just need to, you kind of make the black bit by the window just a bit deeper, and you remove one of the lines, so it's not two lines at the end of each carriage. As you can see, like, you've got the 4 in a row. It only has one, and then they're kind of more like circular black around the windows, like especially around that front one, like the first one on the right. It's kind of more like in the middle, but it's deeper and wider. But yeah, like I said, we're stopping at Watford Junction, Leighton Buzzard, Bletchley and Milton Keynes, so short little run, about 40-ish minutes, 50 minutes probably. About 45 actually. What time were we due? We were due at 5 minutes past. We left, service started at 19 minutes past, so about 40-ish minutes, just under 50. But yeah, we're just going, where is it? We'll shortly be going past Wembley and City Depot. This is Willesden TMD. This is where the 710s come out. This is obviously Willesden sidings, and then Princess Royal sidings, and then you got here Wembley sidings, Wembley Intercity. This is what it is. Then you got Stonebridge Park up here. It's quite cool. There is quite a lot of depots. Obviously, there you've got Bakerloo line. So if you guys don't know, route hopping is quite cool. The fact that obviously you got the 72 stock on here, so you can do from Queen's Park up to Harrow and Weedleston on the Bakerloo. So you can have the 710s and whatever go past, and if you want to do the whole Bakerloo, you can just swap over and route hop from Queen's Park, and that takes you to the actual Bakerloo line map. They were on about incorporating it as well, but apparently there was some issues or something that was causing that to not work. So we have another 350 go by. The only one, that big place when actually driving the train, apart from London Euston, that you drop frames, is here. Just obviously you got a lot of Class 66s, a lot of scenery. As you come out of London, it's not such an issue. So after Watford Junction, you're fine. So right now we're running 37:38. We are on PS5. So could just be maybe a few graphical things that I have on. So for example, you could come into here, general, you could possibly turn save game off. Motion blur I have off. Yeah, save game kind of improves it by like 5 FPS, but that means you can't like come in here and press save game, which I don't do most of the time. I normally just do like the whole route as is. I don't do anything else. I'm gonna take the PBC down to P2, and then we'll kind of just bump it up if we need to. We're going fast though, 109. Our line speed. If imagine what a 350 would be like tilting. Like it tilts just a little, it'd be well. It wouldn't actually be able to in all fairness, because obviously this is third rail, and as you can tell, it's basically already almost hitting the ground as is. So, well, we tilt with the camber at the track, I guess, but not tilting on the level of like a 390. Apparently, from what I read talking about tilting, the 805s and the 807s when they come later this year, the 807s. Apparently, there's the chance that they can in the future be, what's the word, retrospect upgraded. Is that it? To have the tilting mechanism in, so they can do the 125 passing through Harrow and Wheelston. 3777 service going up to Watford. Not as fast as what TGV would go. Oh, I got an interesting idea actually. See how fast the TGV can go compared to like the 390. Obviously it'd beat it, but obviously the 390 can tilt. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Obviously, we've got what we got. We've got another West Coast main line coming out. What was it? Preston Carlisle. That's going to be interesting, I think, because from what I saw, they it was really strange though. The fact that they were showing screenshots in the last monthly roadmap, or the last, yeah, they were talking about it like the month before. So what? June's roadmap, they were discussing that they were bringing out a new route, and then they show screenshots because obviously it's a just trains route, and then obviously it then get revealed. I'm like, oh, that's a bit strange. Why announce a route? Because there was also another one that was for the US, which was meant to come out for TSW4 but didn't, and I'm like, right, why are you showing this now if you're not going to, it's not going to be on TSW4 kind of thing? Like, they didn't announce what it was, they just showed the screenshot of what it was, and then everything got leaked for TSW5, so yeah, I was kind of in the boat of like, hey, I was unsure whether to pre-order it or not, see if it worked out cheaper, or just buying it separately, because I didn't know if I was going to use Kilsick Barn or San Bernardino line, which obviously I don't use them as much as this, but they are quite interesting. Kilsick Barn is in Frankfurt Forder, by the way. I should just say Frankfurt Forder, it's just easier to say. Anyway, we're going to start slowing down now as we're coming up to Watford Junction. Got here quite fast in all fairness. We left there 21:03. get here about 35 minutes past. Let's do my imaginary announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just approaching Watford Junction. Watford Junction, next station. If you're leaving us here, please remember to take all your belongings and mind the gap between the train and the platform edge. Thank you. Yeah, that's me. Shoot. I didn't mean to press E. I did not mean to press E there. That was a bit silly on me. We're fine though, because I got back in here fast enough. Yeah, I was meant to press 3 on my keyboard, and I pressed E by accident. See, I swear they said that when you go under and over 25 mile an hour, the horn sounds different. It sounds the same. Right, let's get this spot on. Maybe not spot on, going a bit too fast. Oh, might have it spot on. Let's have a look. Oh, a little duck. Yeah, a bit too far. Not far off, I guess. Like, at least we haven't overshot the platform, but you have quite a big window doing that. In all fairness. But no, they've done a really good model. Obviously, they show all the LNWR and West Midlands services, as you can tell. Even though this is a PS5 version, it is still low res. They don't show any other screens apart from this one. Apparently, we're going to London Euston. We left London. Yeah, that's just a little bug. I'll take it it's just a little bug. But I love God mode. Hopefully sometime soon they fix it for the Cross City line, because I'd love to do it on there. Because the amount of stations there is, it's, like, obviously, like, it's a shorter, smaller route by what, 50 miles or something. But you have that many stations, like, it's going to be enjoyable. Like, especially if, like, I had, for example, I had to check 60 tickets between here and where was it? Was it Bushing or Leighton Buzzard? Not Leighton Buzzard. King's Langley's next stop, isn't it? It's been a while. It's been a few days. King's Langley, isn't it? Yeah, I had to check 65 tickets between here and King's Langley. I'm like, what? I ain't gonna do that in time. So you know what? I had like 5 tickets coming into the station, so I just had to check them before opening up the doors. I'm like, yeah. I was going as fast as I could. Tell you one thing though, the model and the sounds, obviously it's a different engine compared to Train Sim Classic, but it just looks so much better. Obviously the Train Sim Classic version was the Dash 2, so it was the 2x3 seating, so you can't obviously look, and then you had your button which you could check it. But for example, if I press 0 and you come in saddle, it don't say like passenger seat on either. Whereas on a Train Sim Classic, you had that, and it was 2x3 seat. I've done a video on West Coast Mainline. I did a stream that, but I did a video once. We're talking a while back now. I wonder. Let me check. This video, 21st of June 2022, it's Dash 3 actually. But yeah, it was on the Cross City line, and it was basically replacing the 323s with the 350s, as if 2 or 3 went into service, and the 350s were just there to just kind of relieve kind of not having them. But yeah, they were 2x3 seat. Just beg to differ. What are they going to add? Like, if you listen to it, that's a pretty cool going by. Like, let me skip. Right, this is the sounds for the 350 on Train Sim Classic. So, don't get me wrong, the sounds aren't too bad. But comparing to like this version, these are just so much better. And even then, someone already made a 350 and 380 sound mod as well. So obviously you could get that on PC only. On Xbox and PlayStation, unfortunately, you can't unless Dovetail bring out a mod menu or mod launcher thing like how Farm Sim does. They spoke about it, and it's apparently a difficult thing for them to do, but it's something that they'll look into for the future. Because obviously, if they have the TSW editor, they're thinking about possibly adding like TSW editor stuff into that kind of thing. From what I heard, obviously they want to flush that out before anything. In all fairness, which I get. Because don't get me wrong, the Creator Club sometimes isn't the best of things. Like it went down for like 6 hours the other day for some reason. Don't know if Dovetail remember the reasoning for. But yeah, I was supposed to release my review on TSW5 and West Coast Mainline and whatever last week. I generally have forgot about it, but I'm going to be doing it probably. What day we're recording this on Wednesday. It'll come out Wednesday as well. Probably start doing it Thursday, so tomorrow. It should be up by Monday. Surprised the AWS is going off that. So we're not slowing down and we're not changing speeds or got a signal ahead of us. That ain't good. We do now in 2.5 mile. But also as well, currently I'm making a scenario for the 350 on the cross city line, so see how that goes. I'm surprised no one else has made one yet, but it's gonna take a while, because obviously I wanna get it I wanna make sure it's running first and then kind of just get it all sorted, because I think it'd be something Richie Rails would be interested in. And also I noticed that on the 350 at least you can't have Creative Club liveries when it comes to making your own scenarios, and I'm like, okay. It's a bit annoying, but it's alright. I guess it might just be because I was picking like an 8 car and it was for a 4 car livery, but I'll take a look when it comes to finishing that off. I don't want to finish that off soon. Probably after this video, in all fairness. The video might come out and what's on now? Probably about 3 on Wednesday, 2nd of October, so probably come out about 5. Because I haven't got long left, in all fairness. Like, we've got 18 minutes, give or take. What was, I don't know what was then? Did we pass another 350 or something? Yeah. Sounded like a cat going on like that. Like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, what? If you guys haven't already, Discord's in the description. Come join that. Obviously, turn the bell on, like and subscribe. But yeah, if you join Discord, you get notified straight away by a bot when I'm either streaming or a video's uploaded. That's for YouTube. Twitch, I'm sorting out a bot for. I can't see. The one I've currently got is being a pain in the ass when it comes to Twitch notifications. So we've got another 350 passing on by. And now we've got a 66. But also want to make another channel intro video. Instead of the current one we got, because the current one I got isn't the best. I found the one that had the 170 going over the fourth bridge on 5 circle. Funny thing is, that probably took about 5 minutes. Actually, it probably took longer than 5. So it probably took about 15 because of the 323. That's literally I scored one in already. The 801 was spawning one in on Peterborough leaving and just getting the camera up on a bridge. The 170s was spawning in 5 circle at the fourth bridge, or just in the key thing. That's the one just before the fourth bridge, or the station before the one before fourth bridge, before going to like Edinburgh Gateway or whatever. What else? I think probably 170. But I kind of want to update it. I have a 350, 390 shot in there as well. Because I think I still have it somewhere. If it's worst comes to worst, I can just screen record it, chop it up, and say that's got the music with it. Funny thing is, you get copyright. It comes up with copyright for a PlayStation Share Factory music. I'd get if it was like Drake or whatever. It's not there. But I'd love to see a 730 pack because then you could obviously layer it onto West Coast Mainline and then add a new timetable and update the timetable with that. And then also new timetable on the Cross City line. Depends on how they want to do it. If they want to have like half and half kind of when it comes to 323s and 730s on Cross City, because now they're just solely 730s. Now in DCG, I assume they wouldn't want to stop using the train on their route that they've made. So I assume they're probably going to do like a 2023 kind of timetable, early 24, where there was still at least like 10 323s in service. Because obviously now they're all either stored, gone up to Northern, or scrapped because Friday or Saturday last week was the farewell tour. So basically they just ran it. I did a video just talking about it all times, kind of doing like the first leg from like Birmingham to Bromsgrove, stopping at Barnt Green, and then all the way back up to Birmingham, as far as you can do, kind of thing. Now in theory I could have done more. I could have done like the Crew up to Liverpool section on the scenario mode, but that would have been a pain in the bum. I slowed at 60 a second. AWS going up crazy at the moment. Start slowing down to 60 anyway. Crazy to think of, that's like 60 mile an hour over these. It's crazy. Whereas if you're coming out of Euston and you're just swapping over the track and you're doing 50, you have to slow down to 25. But it's crazy. I didn't need to slow down so early, so we're going to just come off the brakes. AWS doesn't like going off, does it? Well, it doesn't like this section because we're swapping over. Not far away from Leighton Buzzard anymore either way, just over, well, just ticked on to 3 mile now. We're swapping over into the right hand side, which makes a lot of sense, in all fairness. I love just how well they get the sound sometimes, especially crossing over junction points. It just sounds so good. Like, listen to it. They do really do a good job when it comes to sounds, in all fairness. But yeah, Leighton Buzzard, Bletchley, and then Milton Keynes. So, kind of the closest stations that we're going to stop at. But now I kind of got confused when this came out. I thought, where's all the Wembley Central stopping NWR services? And then I had to remind myself that an NWR stopped doing it. And then, obviously, Southern used to go up to Milton Keynes, but now they just really go down to from Watford Junction to Wembley Central to Clapham Junction. Yeah, now we're just approaching Leighton Buzzard. Gonna come off the brakes now and just kind of just cruise up. Start slowing down in a minute. Kind of want to aim to be at the platform around about 30 mile an hour. Which is what I generally typically do at some stations or some trains, 72 stock. You can brake like halfway down the platform at like 35 and you're fine. Like if you put into suppression or full service. Well, the service application, that's what it is. Oh, this is fine, going 40 mile an hour and then just like 75, and you can kind of just manage it. Another 350 off to our left. Oh, bit too far. Generally, in all fairness, you probably do want the cab door. We'll put that down to neutral so the DSD don't go off. By that little spiky section where it's basically like, yeah, don't go past here. What I generally go by, but obviously you've got a sign just here. 390, no, 350. I got it right first time. But 350, 390. I don't actually think we saw a 390 yet, have we? Quite surprising. Especially for this section of the route. You see it, I mean, an hour and a late. Was it arm a dozen? I can't remember the time. What they're saying. Oh, the 390, talking about one. 9 car. So, -0. Spoke too soon.
Always try to carry empty water with you. If you feel thirsty, seek help at the lift station. Do not use the emergency call, as this may delay help reaching you.
Well, you have people on the train that's supposed to be there to help you as well, not just be like, can you get to the next station first, please? I feel faint. Yeah, but you press the emergency call, not the call driver button. I really hope they have the announcements in the 390. 350 you won't see because there's no branding. It would have been cool. Because the 170 has announcements in, which I find is really nice. I think it's one of the only ones that do. I don't know. If anything else does, put in the comments below, because I haven't had any announcements apart from on the 390. Anyway, next station's Bletchley. TSD going off. Yeah, let me go on TikTok. Let's announcement. Yeah, they're not.
Welcome on board the Vanity West Coast service to Edinburgh, calling at Stafford, Crewe, Warrington Bank Quay, Wigan North Western, Preston, Lancaster, Cambridge, Carlisle.
But yeah, that's the Avanti one. So just 390 announcements. Here we go.
Hampton, Penkridge, Stafford, Crewe, Winsford, Hertford, Acton Bridge, Runcorn, Liverpool South Parkway, and Liverpool Lime Street.
Yeah, we need them announcements. But I guess we don't have those. No, I'll get with the 350 because obviously it's still unbranded. Whenever they get the licensing back to have the brand, if they do that or not, it'd be cool. Well, especially if you're in conductor mode as well, it would be nice to hear. I can't remember if they said that one about adding conductor mode onto the 390. I guess probably they have the reason not to, because obviously it only really stops at 3 stations. But at the same time, you've got 350 services that literally just stop at Watford Junction and Milton Keynes that have it. So, would be nice. Someone probably end up somehow adding it in on PC, I guess. Plus, they also need to sort out conductor mode on the 323 because like, you can do it on Cross City Line, but when you lock the door, say don't come up with press the buzzer to get the driver to go, it just don't do anything. Like you can kind of change it so you can kind of like you open doors and whatever, so you load into conductor mode and then you take over the AI driver and then drive to the next station. That kind of works, but you can't check tickets afterwards. You can only check open doors, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, it is what it is. They'll end up sorting it out. They said they were going to sort it out anyway. Fingers crossed they do. So we're due to leave Bletchley at 1 minute past 7. It's got another 390 passing by. What we are 1.5 miles, so start braking around about like midway point between that signal and 75 mile an hour. Should be a good enough distance. We should stop safely. So yeah, we'll start braking around about now on 45%. We might need to increase that actually. put 100% on. Now bring it up to 50. I'm surprised we've got that smack on 50 in all fairness. Down to 85. Another 350 here at Bletchley. See, I prefer the percentages brakes because it's just easier to manage when it comes to braking. Whereas if you, for example, are not a P1, P2, P3, P4, like the 390, you're kind of going back and forth, back and forth. Oh, just on the platform this time. So that back to neutral. Another 350 pulling in. Screenshot. Screenshot chance. Bosh. Yeah, it's saying we're going to Houston, which is strange because we're going up to Milton Keynes. And next destination, Key, don't actually work. It's really strange. Like in the 315 Trains and Classic, you'd have like a little, just above the GSMR, you'd have like a little destination blind kind of thing, like how you have on buses. And you can like press up to go and change all the names, like have all the London North Western and West Midland Railways destinations and stations. Seems a bit too quiet in here. They've done a pretty good job with sound deafening, I guess. Shut the doors in a second. How's that service going to? How about the lot? Birmingham Main Street. And it's saying that it's not in service. I think that's wrong. I think something may have happened in the most recent update by the looks of it. Because it's saying we're going to London New Street and not Birmingham New Street. They're going to Houston and it's saying they're not in service. It says not in. That's strange. Anyway, next station's Milton Keynes. So obviously the end of our service until another driver takes over. We'll end up watching that depart as well, I guess. Another 350 here at Bletchley sidings, 766. 390 going past. Down towards Houston. We won't terminate at Watford Junction. I don't know if there's a Avanti service. I find it a bit weird if they had a service that terminated at Watford Junction and not down at London. But yeah, from Christmas this year, it's going to be hectic in Houston. At least like around Christmas time for the next couple of years, because they're closing the section from old Oak Common Depot down to Paddington, and they're having to divert GWR services into Houston. That's going to be mayhem, like massively mayhem on another level. Like it's busy as is going into Houston and waiting in Houston, but then you're going to have like services down to Penzance and whatever, and like the Bristol Temple Mead. Like at this point, just say cross country should just go into Houston as well. But I don't know what's that going to mean for the Lizzie line. That's what I would think. I don't know if it's just like across Christmas itself, and they're just going to work section on section until it's completed, until like, because obviously It's a bit strange because Christmas is obviously one of the bigger, busiest time of years when it comes time of year when it comes to transport and trains. Got uni students going from where they go at uni home and whatever. And, strange. It's all for HS2. Blame HS2. The horn sounds a bit weird though since the last update. It's a lot louder than the last update, whereas now it seems to be a lot quieter. Anyway, we're approaching Milton Keynes. Obviously, it's where the video ends. I've been to Milton Keynes quite a lot. Or at least going through, or obviously this is the home of Red Bull Racing. Red Bull powertrains and my favourite F1 team in that. So, but Red Bull powertrains is kind of right next to the train track, like about half a mile down the track towards Houston. So if the driver's taken over? Actually, no, because we'll end up locking the doors, won't we? Yeah, you bastard. Yeah, this is back. There we go. 46 minutes. We never got within a thingy. But yeah, this should be departing soon. Or maybe not. Yeah, bastard. Get away from that beeping like crazy through my controller because it was hurting my ear. So we've come to South Hampstead. But yeah, thank you. Oh, thanks for watching. Discord down below, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And buddy, get off your phone.